Guys, we are getting word that things are going on backstage right now, and we're going to break in, even though not ready to do it. We have got something developing backstage where Sam Hacksaw is being attacked by the Stalker now. He is supposed to find out who the Stalker is tonight. That was supposed to be our first match, but it looks like the Stalker does not want that to go on. It looks like the Stalker is not ready to reveal his identity and come down to the ring. Still using those crazy tactics, attacking Hacksaw when Hacksaw least expects it. Or could this be something maybe just to loosen Hacksaw up in the ring before the match? Hacksaw fighting back right now, though. Trying to make sure. We got a lot of stuff to get into here tonight, but couldn't even get our thoughts gathered and had to break in to the previous program to get this going so you guys could see what was happening here tonight. Oh, look at that. Right in the great cornholio. He might need some TP for his bunghole. Hacksaw has proven that he is beyond frustrated with what has been going on here. Throws that baseball bat. Kind of leads into the series, but look at this. The Stalker not ready to give up and now taking it up to the top. What could even be going on? Hacksaw's like, no. No, I thought Hacksaw was trying to go a different way. Stalker calling him up. And look at the state of this, but Hacksaw a little bit quicker than the Stalker. We can see the Stalker's figure and almost went right off the edge right there. Hacksaw trying to put an end to the Stalker's shenanigans right now. But you can see that there is an obvious size difference between the Stalker and Hacksaw. That has been one of the things that Hacksaw has had an issue with even before coming to the TCW. The Stalker has been after Hacksaw, then finding him here in the TCW. But it does look like one way or another, it is going to come to a head here tonight. I was like, where did he go? The Stalker playing the games again. Going downstairs, taking the elevators like I ain't even crawling down there. And Hacksaw said, hey, since you're not wasting energy with that, let me knock you out with this baseball bat. It does appear security has got to the back of the ring, or back of the arena, and is starting to get things kind of settled out. But man, what a crazy start to the episode. Look, lots of stuff going on here in this episode. We are going to have the Outbreak World Title Belt on the line here tonight. Vipero Jr. is going to be facing off against Jahki. We're going to have a mixed tag team match. I see Blaze McCoy and Angel will be facing off for that Intercontinental title. We've got a very interesting thing going on with the SSW right now, and we have a very interesting match type that could start determining whose contracts might be on the line, whose contracts might be up for grabs in a Royal Rumble match. Could you even imagine that? Women's Survival title belt for the first time in a long time will be on the line here tonight as well. But now it looks like they've got those guys separated backstage, and now we are going to get right back to the action. Sam Hacksaw will find out right here who it is, and it looks like these guys, that Tiberius Macklin is the Stalker. Now, why he's been stalking Sam Hacksaw, why he's been doing those things, we don't know, but we had just signed Tiberius Macklin to a contract, not realizing that he is the Stalker. So I'm sure there's a lot of things that we're going to find out as we move forward, as we move along in through what these guys are doing. But for right now, at least we know who the stalker is. But how these guys tie together, you can go back and read a lot of Hacksaw stories on why some of these guys, or these two guys, are kind of tied together. But it is definitely personal between the two of these wrestlers. But finally, the stalker taken off. The mask finally taken off, the outfit, and these guys agreed to this hardcore style match that started off earlier in the program. So these guys now going after it, haven't even had a time to like take a break or do anything. I haven't even had time to really look over, see who's going here, see what's going on. What is going on, Beast? Welcome to the show. Matt Storm, my man, what is going on? Welcome to the show. Andrew Dove. At work having some lunch, getting to get in on some of the TCW action right now. What is happening? Welcome to the show. Prime Time, big match with Prime Time. Sean Sanders here tonight, going to be facing off against TJ Mitchell. Brand new look. The Beast going to be a part of a 10-man rumble that will kind of lay down some of the ground rules to see possibly whose contracts are on the line between the TCW and the SSU. And look at this. I mean, Hacksaw, who is really trying to get his comeuppance against Tyber Macklin. But Ty splitting them open. But look, we've seen this from our previous Intercontinental Champion, Sam Hacksaw. Hacksaw not having it, really fighting back right now. But Macklin really wanting to make an impact on what is happening in the TCW in his official debut match. What is going on? Sly Cooper, welcome to the show. And this should show you right there, even though Macklin bigger than Hacksaw, but still, like, these guys absolutely worn out. Like, they were fighting backstage for a long time before we even had the opportunity to cut in. Had to get permission from the network to cut off the previous show to break in to see what these two guys are doing. Ty now trying to put Hacksaw away, but Hacksaw's still not out. Remember, in a match like this, you got to get knocked out. Macklin now bringing them back up. You saw Hacksaw taking it to the outside. But Ty trying to end it right now. Referee, I mean, you can tap it out too. You can knock it out or you can tap it out. Do whichever way you want to do it. Wow, absolutely devastating. And you can see, like, you can see the scars on Ty. You can see the scars and the marks on Sam Hacksaw. Looking like Hacksaw was getting the better of Ty in the background, but now Ty turning it around out here. And look, it could have been some of the jitters. It could have been, you know, your debut match before. Maybe you don't have the jitters. You're hiding behind the mask. Your entire body's covered. Nobody can see you. So there's got to be a little bit of comfort in that. But now, no mask to hide behind. Out in front, and look. Sam's going to try to do it again. Little Britney Spears. Oops, Sam did it again. Taking it right back to the outside. and trying to end it again. But Ty holding on, but by how much is he holding on? And now Ty has been split open. Sam has been split open. And this is just a Thursday night outbreak, but just the Thursday night outbreak that you wanted to tune into. The B say that the TCW will know his name. And this might be it right there. No, referee not calling it. Ty keeping consciousness, but will he tap out? Like, can he take any more? And that should scare the rest of the TCW, the rest of the Outbreak roster. The fact that his very first match is this, and look, these guys are leaving blood on the mat now. That is how much blood is being lost between the two of these guys. Another huge clothesline. Absolute power wrestler here in Tiberius Macklin. And these guys are just leaving their mark all over this ring. Oh, you could hear the scunion making contact with that metal post. And finally, Hacksaw comes out the winner, but then...
Here's your winner, Sam Hacksaw!
But coming out the winner at what cost? You can see blood all over, the blood from his head dripping down to his chest. Sam finally getting a measure of revenge, finally getting to look his attacker in the face. But the longer he stays out there, the longer he tries to get his flowers, the more blood hitting his chest. So, got to get both these wrestlers to the back, get medical to look at them, see what's going on with them. But an absolutely amazing opening to the show. Sam getting the knockout on Tiberius. Yeah, I'm telling you too, you know, you start looking at some of the stuff and really pay attention to this match card. It kind of speaks, like, and we talked about it a little bit before, but this speaks back to, I think there were some guys kind of getting stifled a little bit, like they weren't rising to the top. And now, when you look at how these rosters have been split up, people are getting their shot right now. Sean Sanders and TJ Mitchell both getting a shot to shine. Sean Sanders has shined in the tag team division, but now getting that same shot.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Assassins from the bottomless pit, weighing in at 244 pounds, Sean Sanders!
But prime time, brand new look, and look, it still says he is a part of the Assassins, because at the end of the day, that was his tag team. Is he looking for another tag team partner, or is he wanting to really hang his boots here in the singles division? So obviously hasn't made that decision quite yet, but as we see him in these singles matches,
England, weighing in at 176 pounds, TJ
but as we see him in these matches in the singles division, that's probably what is going to be telling to see where he wants to hang his hat. And here's another guy, TJ Mitchell, wasn't really getting, you know, his flowers, wasn't really getting the spotlight. And now, since being in the Outbreak brand, we have seen him quite a bit more. So can he take advantage of that? What is going on? JP, welcome to the show. And it's funny, you know, you hear the part, like, you know, with the battle right now between the SSU and TCW. You hear, hey, you got to pick a side. But, and I'm not saying don't pick a side. You do what you think you need to do. But at the end of the day, you hear Solo talk about it. Solo wants to come for some of them contracts. TCU ain't going to give them up. I'm just telling you right now. Hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, that's fine. You could. Just picture this in essence. Let's say you pick the side of TCW. And let's say the SSU wins your contract. Now what do? You pick TCW, but then TCW can't use you because now you've got the exclusive contract with the SSU. Do you keep wrestling? Do you quit? Like, what is going on? And I'm telling you, this is big business, guys. This is bigger than you probably realize. There is not two other wrestling organizations, two other large federations putting contracts on the line right now. So, far from over, lots of stuff going on, but believe you me. And look, you hear the beast, he's like, hey, I'm staying neutral. That's another option, like absolutely could do that. And if you pick the SSU or you pick TCW, there aren't feelings getting hurt, guys. It is business at the end of the day. How many people talked all... Look at Cody Rhodes talked all that mad crap about, oh, the WWE. Where's he at right now? WWE champion. So I'm just telling you, it is wrestling. It is business. So, lots of good stuff. Lots of fun to be had. Sit back, relax, enjoy. You know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, like, no way around it, but I think regardless of what happens, both organizations win. The more spotlight we bring in on something like this, the more we bring in the entertainment, both organizations win. Now look at Sean Sanders. Sean Sanders, not usually the biggest guy in the match. Happens to be in this one. But it's interesting because Sean, more of your medium-sized wrestler, can do a lot of different things. Lots of different things. And you saw TJ Mitchell starting to come back, and TJ probably used to being the smaller wrestler. And look, and that's what I'm talking about. Look at that move, medium-sized wrestler, but that is an absolute power move right there. And TJ Mitchell finds a way to kick out. But then you can also see Sean coming off the top rope. Doesn't do it a lot, but he's got the ability to do it. You look at the bigger guys, they don't have the ability to do that. Sean actually has that ability. Very versatile wrestler. And look. Whoa! Whoa! He was in the middle of his match. TJ almost did something like the effect of hulking up. Not quite that. And interrupted the move right there. But Sean Sanders able to get it turned back around, back on his feet. Tried to get back in control, but TJ fighting for his life right now. Goes, hooks the leg, one. And it seems like there might even be another level of brutality here in the Outbreak brand. You look at the Meltdown brand again, yeah, I'm not saying there's not new wrestlers in the Meltdown brand, but it's a lot more of the iconic TSW wrestlers. And that's not to say there's not iconic TSW wrestlers in Outbreak, but what it is to say is there are more iconic wrestlers in Meltdown. There are more newcomers and up-and-comers in Outbreak. And so then it feels like, because the up-and-comers, they're trying to prove, like, hey, they belong here. This is their home. This is a place they belong. They're going after these titles. They're going after trying to chase that spotlight. So it just seems a little more brutal. Seems a little bit more unhinged. And this time, Primetime able to deliver that stylish leg drop. And could this be the part where he finally takes control of this match and gets the win against CJ Mitchell? I'm telling you, since the new look, you can see a whole new attitude. And Primetime, will he go for the pin here? He does. Referee counts 2, 3, and Primetime Shawn Sanders comes away with the win.
Here is your winner, Primetime Shawn Sanders.
Now, TJ, we have been seeing a lot better matches out of TJ as well. Like, you go up, that was a great match. A lot of back and forth stuff. We have, I think an update happened where something was going the other way. So we have tweaked the sliders a little bit, done extensive testing, and I think we're back to kind of where we were before, maybe even a little bit better. But you just got done watching a 4-star match, and then followed that up by a 3.5-star. And the last couple episodes we were watching, and I'm like, man, I don't think things are going down the way they should be going down. I even said it a couple times on the show. I'm like, I don't know that things are happening the way we want them to happen. But finally, it's starting to look like things are going the way we want them to happen again, so that is good, because I'm telling you, we got a lot of stuff going on right now. We got a lot of stuff going on in here. Now, getting ready for the women's survival title. We haven't seen this match in a long time. Mimi won the title, so she is the champion. She actually holds the 2 women TCW Special Series women titles right now, the Outbreak and Survival, the only 2 that remain once we did that brand split. Can she hold on to it here tonight? Man,
The following is an Elimination Chamber match. The rules of this match are as follows. 4 participants will be locked away in their respective pods. 2 superstars will start the match in the ring. The participants will be released into the match in random order. The only way to be eliminated is by pinfall or submission. The last superstar remaining following the eliminations will be declared the winner and is for the Pro Wrestling Women's Non-Stop Championship.
and look at her bringing out both those title belts right now.
The champion, representing the Thrill Seekers, from no place in particular, the Pro Wrestling Women's Non-Stop Champion, and the Pro Wrestling Women's Extreme Fighting Champion, the Punisher.
So, look, the one thing we know with the first 4 ladies to make it down to the ring, the one thing that we know, they won't be the one starting. So right now, we know the champion. She's holding the survival title belt on her shoulder. That belt is on the line in this match, but we know that she won't be starting the match. So remember, with the TCW Special Series titles, there's 2 for the men and 2 for the women. There used to be 4, now there's only 2. The one thing we know, the champions get no quarters with those belts either. The Outlaw title, the Survival title, neither title. It's absolutely random. I don't know any more than you know. It is shocking to me when I see the people come down as well. I see it as you see it. Huge congratulations right now going out, gifting out 5 free memberships. Logan Windsor, Bama Boy, Iconic, DK60, Repentia, and Vipero. 4 of those people very involved in the TCW, so that's pretty neat to see. 4 of them are actually wrestlers in the TCW right now.
And introducing the challenger from Berlin, Germany.
You know, we talk about this being the more brutal of the two, and then you see Mimi come out. Very brutal women's wrestler. You see Monica Monroe come out, our hardcore icon in the TCW in the women's division. So, like, even on the women's side, you see the same things. And we have seen some people that we thought, even in the women's division, T. Jones, how did she not win a world title a long time ago? Well, she finally did, winning the Outbreak World Champion. Didn't hold on to it for very long, but won it. So even the women really developing, and we've got an amazing women's division as a whole. Like, doesn't matter which brand, but even the women getting their opportunities to step up and do some stuff. And newcomer.
And introducing the challenger from Sweetwater, Texas, Sky Scott.
So yeah, Sky Scott making her way down to the ring, looking at the old We the People stuff, but making her way down to the ring. One of the better indie wrestlers in the women's division, wanted to sign the contract here, wanted to come, put her reputation on the line. And look, she's finding out, just like everybody who first comes to the TCW, it is not easy to break in and instantly become successful in the TCW. You gotta have the right moveset. You gotta have the look. You gotta have all of it. All of that's got to come together. To help put you in a position to win, to help get you over with the crowd. But then you get over with the crowd in the ring, you got to be able to do stuff. Now, Sky Scott's got a very interesting moveset. Like when she's in, very smart to watch what she's doing.
And introducing the challenger from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Tiffany Hart.
Now, we thought Tiffany Hart might retire. We thought Tiffany Hart was going to step away. However, we've given Tiffany Hart a brand new look, a brand new face scan, and I'm telling you, Tiffany Hart now not going anywhere. There's quite a few women that we have reworked. Tiffany Hart is one of them. So probably going to start seeing a lot more of Tiffany Hart in the ring. Guys, while we got a second, remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, share the video.
And introducing the challenger, representing the toxic table from every man's nightmare, Awesome Christina.
Awesome Christina, too. She has gone through quite a transformation, really trying to step out of the shadow of Crimson. You know, I told you guys to do all the likes and the sharings and the stuffs and the thises and the that's, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't like the video. I didn't share the video. So guess what I gotta do right now? I gotta do what what I talked about. So I'm out there right now. I'm going to like the video. I'm going to do some sharing of the videos. Make sure we get that thing going. Because I'm looking in the chat and I'm like, man, we're missing a couple people that are normally here. We got some people that are normally here, and then we're missing some people that are normally here. I'm like, oh, I didn't share the video.
Introducing the challenger from Asheville, North Carolina, Susie Stevenson.
So, formerly known as Susie Lee, Susie Stevenson, making her way down to the ring, and we saw her doing some things like before. We saw her really making some inroads. But really making some inroads, and then kind of fell off just a little bit. But can she turn it back around? Can she get it back together? Is the name change going to be the thing that she needed? You know what I mean? Maybe it was the name change that was the problem. She's like, I don't like this name. We got to get this thing changed. What's going on? ESMW. What's happening? It's a lot of letters looking the same. What's happening, Dark Witcher? Dark Witcher's going to see something tonight in the main event that might make her smile just a little bit. Yeah, Extreme Smoky Mountain Wrestling. There we go. And I know who that is. Don't say it. I'm guessing it's Kyle Graves. That's my guess. And who could even be coming out? Tiffany Hart. So look, there's a lot of women in this match right now that have got something to prove. Awesome Christina, right now 3 of them are in the ring. Awesome Christina, Tiffany Hart trying to make her inroads. Susie Stevenson trying to do make her presence felt yet again. Sky Scott. And I don't know that Monica or Mimi really have the big thing to prove. Not in this match or in this kind. Never mind. You absolutely did. You absolutely did, Witcher. Thank you. You bought a lot of tickets right there. Matter of fact, Witcher single-handedly hit the goal for the chat. So faster episodes coming because of that. Absolutely amazing. We appreciate that, Witcher. And look, guys, every dollar spent on the channel goes back into the channel to bring you a better product. Now, Awesome Christina, we talk about AC for short, but we talked about she's been around for so long and just has not been able to get anything going. Can that change? Will that change? That we're going to find out, but right now the champion has made her way into the ring, and I've got a feeling before I feel like I missed something. There we go. That's what I missed. Sky Scott in the ring now. Only one person left to get brought in. And I've got a feeling like Monica's going to make it in before the next person gets eliminated. Could be wrong, but this could be a quick 6-on-6 match. Susie, though, going after the champion. 3 people in the ring. Oh, and that is a devastating move out on the outside. And realize on the outside of the match, that's worse. That is steel on the outside of the outside of the ring. So everything inside this elimination chamber, minus being in the ring, you can see the ring's got a little bit of give. Everything else, steel. No give whatsoever. What's going on, Mojo? Welcome to the show. Hey, look, I did take a break for about a month, maybe even a month and a half. And we have been a little slower doing the episodes because of the job. But, yeah, definitely not ended. This will not end for a long time. Matter of fact, you look on the channel, we got a lot of different content going on the channel. Mostly wrestling. We do have a baseball series. But most of it is wrestling. You look at the shorts, you look at the singles videos, and then our live shows. So, and then we'll do different live shows as well. Like, we may do some division shows. We may do some Ghost Recon shows. Tons of stuff. But right now, all these women, nobody being eliminated as of yet. So then, perfect, like, camera shot. So glad that the referee decided to stand right in front of the camera, or that the cameraman thought that that was a good, like, hey, just one to the right, you know what I mean? Step one to the right. Yeah, TJ just wrestled. TJ just wrestled in the last match. This is actually the show. The Outbreak brand is the brand TJ Mitchell is on. And AC almost getting the pin right there against Tiffany Hart. Oh, look at the state of this. I was like, wow, they double teamed Sky Scott. And look, I'm telling you right now, Sky Scott being the hottest indie wrestler to be signed. It makes you wonder how the rest of the women were going to feel. And you see right now, AC and Monica Monroe willing to team up, to double team to get things going. And I bet you Sky Scott very happy they're on the outside of the ring right now. You know what I mean? Very happy that they're there. 1, 2. And it is a matter of time before this ends. Susie hitting her finisher again, but I don't think Monica is going to go down like that. And 2, when you look at any other female wrestler that wrestles in a heel, know this, AC was the first woman to do it in the TCW. Whoa! So AC has been dominating Tiffany Hart, but Tiffany Hart gets the first lap. Tiffany Hart pins AC, ending her night. Oh, Susie Stevenson's like, hey, I get what's going on here. 1, 2, 3. And Susie takes advantage of Tiffany while she is celebrating the elimination of Awesome Christina. Very savvy, very smart. And then there were 4. Susie, whoa, Susie crawling up. Look at that, getting some length and hits it right on top of Mimi. That's Sky Scott's finisher. 1, 2. And here comes Susie's finisher. She is trying to end the champion's night. Hits it off the top of the cage. Hits her with the finisher right on the seal. And Susie says she is back. And she is ready to put some gold around her waist. However, that is Sky Scott's finisher. And somehow Susie able to kick out of it. Sky Scott beyond pissed off right now, says, fine, if you don't want to leave, let me get some reps in. Let me get a head start on my workout in the gym real quick. Drop Susie down. Monica put their boots upside her head. She puts the boots upside her head. And you can see the absolute brutality of Monica Monroe. She's just like, look, I don't even think Monica ever cares about winning the match. What she cares about is inflicting pain. And again, Susie taking advantage of a distracted wrestler getting the pin, but Sky Scott trying to use Susie's tactic against her. Susie getting up slow, and look, Susie was the #1 competitor in this match, so she has been in the entire time. Sky Scott not coming in to the 5 spot. Can Susie win it from the #1 position? Another big slam. I don't know how many more big slams she is going to be able to take. And now, Sky showing you why she's got the name, taking it to the top. Oh, that would end my night right there. But Susie's still fighting through it, still not having it. What is going on? Solo. Welcome to the show, brother. Guys, if you haven't done it already, go subscribe to Solo's channel. There's a lot of dual storylines going on right now. I wonder if this will do it. That's not it. Oh, I can't even remember how to do it now. Oh, there it is. Took me a minute. It's been a minute since I've done it. Now look at this. Can Susie do it again from the 1 spot? Oh, that must not be it either. And did she just win the Survival title belt? No! Sky still kicks out of it. That has got to be hugely frustrating for Susie. Susie telling her to get up. Sky does it. I can't believe she got her up on her shoulders like that. You think about how long she has been in now, doing everything she can, everything in her powers, and finally, from the #1 spot, wins the Women's Survival Championship.
Here is your winner, and new Pro Wrestling Women's Non-Stop Champion, Susie Stevenson.
Yeah, we will keep, like I've told you before, Witcher, we will keep your dad in our prayers. Susie Stevenson, the only woman to be wrestling with glasses on. SC Jumpman, the only man to be wrestling with a protective visor on his face. And look at that. Susie getting back in the championship win column. And look, she eliminated all but one. Tiffany eliminated AC, and from that point on, Susie started picking her battles. And if you're going to win from the #1 spot in a match like this, you got to pick your battles. You got to figure out which one you got to go after. So Tiffany goes after AC. While Tiffany is like cheering for the accomplishment of getting AC out, which don't get me wrong, huge wrestler, AC with a lot to prove right now too. Susie goes after Tiffany, pins her. Then she crows to the top of the cage, jumps off it, hits Mimi, picks her up, puts her in her finisher, eliminates Mimi. Monica dealing with some things over here, sneaks up behind Monica while Monica and Sky Scott are doing it, sneaks a win on her, and then goes head to head. Even though you can tell Susie at the beginning of that, at the end, the beginning of the end, she was moving a lot slower than Sky Scott was. A lot slower, but found the resiliency to come away with it and get the victory. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, the Battle of Champions right now. No title belts are on the line, but you were talking about the Intercontinental Tag Team Champions in the Walker Sisters and the Universal Tag Team Champions with the brand new Road Warriors, an ode to their fathers, Spider and Falcon. Dad's Hawk and Animal. Now Spider and Falcon making their own names, bringing the Road Warriors name back into relevancy here in the TCW.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Universal Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Spider and the Falcon, the Road Warriors.
And absolutely nuts. In the very first, think about this, the very first match of their career end up winning the top women's tag team title belts in all the land. Like, if that's not paying an ode to their father, and they beat a very good team to do it. So now gonna face off. Outbreak is their show. Outbreak brand is the brand that they are on. Can they come in here tonight and beat the Intercontinental Tag Team title holders?
And their opponents, the Women's Intercontinental Tag Team Champions, Samantha Walker and Stephanie Walker, the family.
All kinds of jokers right now getting free memberships. You got Brian getting a free membership. Joker 1993 getting a free membership. Andrew Doves. He's on lunch break right now. Brooklyn Jokers getting in. Miguel Morales. Again, you look, Brooklyn Jokers, Andrew Doves, Miguel Morales, all wrestlers here right now in the TCW. Will it stay that way? That we'll have to wait and see. You know, and that's another thing. Usually when, you know, we're getting to the part where 2K26, those talks are starting, the new game, talks are starting. I don't think I'm switching over, even if I have the game. I don't think I'm switching over very quickly. Like every year, I do these long streams for hours and hundreds of hours to get everything rebuilt. I don't think I'm doing it. I think we'll take our time. I think we'll see what's what. I'm not excited about 2K26 for the first time after the debacle of 2K25. I've got almost 1,100 hours in this game. 1,100 hours. You think about that. So yeah, I took some time off. It was about a month and a half off. And it was at a bad time. Look, Solo got banned on YouTube for about 2 months, and I also took a break. So not a great time for breaking, but It was just weird how it all came together. But now we're both back. We're both doing the things. Huge collaboration between both shows, which I don't know if you guys fully understand this. But by doing a real collaboration like this, and it has been tried before on the SSU side with another company, failed miserably. And I'm not talking about the MW, whatever that place is called. I didn't even know them. I don't know who they are. I know, like, Miguel and a couple people might have come from there, but I don't know. I don't know their work. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about something completely different. Failed miserably. By doing the collaboration with another E-Federation, it really validates their titles more, and it validates our titles more, because now it's not just, our titles aren't just recognized by TCW. They're not just recognized by us. Now, they're also recognized by the SSU and the SSW. Their titles not just recognized by the SSU and SSW, but now also recognized by the TCW. Now, this could lead to bigger things later on, but first, we got to figure out the contracts. This starts validating contracts and where you wrestle. Like, this is next level stuff. Huge stuff. Very cool stuff. So, you guys, make sure you go over, subscribe over to the Solo Season Universe so that you can keep up on everything SSU, SSW, and TCW. So, now look at these two. Again, you're looking at a team that was trained by legends, but this still, at the end of the day, trained by legends or not trained by legends, only their second match here in the TCW. Now, obviously, they wrestled before, and these two have been wrestling together, but it is different when you step into, from an indie program to a TCW program. It is different when you step in from an indie program to an SSU program. The lights are a little hotter. The spotlight's a little bit brighter. The crowd is a little bit louder. The nerves are a lot more. So it is still big stuff. But now, and you can obviously tell whose daughter is who by the face paint they are wearing. But these women, like, they're not. And both these teams really a lot alike. You look at them, and they've got a little bit of speed, they got a little bit of whatever, but both teams have a lot of power. Now, I would guess the Walker sisters a little bit more on the speed side, but they're still wrestle very powerful. In order to do that, they've got to generate, because of their size, the Walker sisters have to do it by generating speed. You look at Falcon and Spider, however, they do it by sheer brute force. Like, there is no doubt what they're trying to do. What is going on, Logan? Welcome to the show, brother. That's what it's all about. You put your share foot in. You pull your like foot out. Now you put your like foot in, and then you shake it all about. You do the Sherry Wary, and you like the video all around. That's what it's all about. Now, emergency tag being made, and then Falcon just goes over and gets Spider too. Throws her right on the foot of her sister. Says, hey. Stephanie's like, whatever. Now, you look at Samantha, the oldest sister. You look at Stephanie, the middle child. And then you look at Yuri, who is currently the Outbreak Women's Champion. You look at Samantha and Stephanie, currently the Outbreak Tag Team Champions. You want to talk about a group of ladies that are in charge right now, and it is like the Walker sisters kind of running stuff. The Walker sisters on top right now of the Outbreak program, and this goes back to the stuff we talked about. I think the Walker sisters, I could see like the path forward for them. I could see where, oh, they could be big stars. However, we have so many icons, so many legends, so many big stars in the women's division that are already established. When they come in, it is hard to break in. When you come into the TCW, it is not easy to break in. It's going to take a learning curve that you haven't had as of yet. It's going to take a learning curve that you didn't have in other E-federations. When you join the SSU, the SSW, there is a learning curve that is different from the TCW that you haven't had in other E-federations. Why do you think we kind of partnered together? Why do you think that we have come together to do things? Why do you think the SSU wants some of the contracts from the TCW? Just let you think about it for a second. So not by mistake, not by accident, and where most people would take it as, oh, I can't believe they're attacking me, I thought we were friends. I don't take it that way at all. I take it as a compliment. The SSU has been going out trying to buy out smaller E-federations, smaller promotions. Again, go back and watch it. Big stuff going on over there with them trying to buy out some different folks. Coming over here, they know TCW too big, can't buy us out, but Jay Savage, kind of an innovator in his own right as well, says, what could I do? What little piece of the pie could I carve out for myself? Well, I could probably get some of these contracts and bring some of these iconic wrestlers, already established wrestlers, over to the SSU, make them exclusive to here. And so who does he go after first? The Witcher. You know what I'm saying? Like, not a dumb move. Not a dumb move at all. And I take it as a compliment, but we're also not just going to give up on it, so I can't wait till we get to our next match. This is a genius idea that I don't even think Solo started the idea, but I think we're gonna explain some things that are gonna make it very, very interesting coming up soon on a pay-per-view event, on a Royal Rumble style pay-per-view event. You want to know if your contract is safe? We're going to find out at that Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. But look at these guys, like, I am serious. You want to talk about some absolute success. Success beyond what we thought would happen. And you look at them, the Road Warriors. Road Warriors 2.0.
The Spider and the Bobcat. The Road Warriors.
You look at this team, they're undefeated. Absolutely undefeated right now, 2-0. And both people they have beat, and they're separate teams, they have beat the Outbreak champions. Now, those belts weren't on the line, but they They end up beating the Outbreak champions, and they hold the Universal World titles. Like, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But now, we're about to see a match. As an example of what is going to happen, we are going to put 15. And who those guys are, we don't know as of yet. But we're going to put 15 male wrestlers and 15 from TCW and 15 male wrestlers from the SSU, SSW, however they decide to do it. And we're going to see whose contracts are going to be on the line. And how are we going to do that, you might ask?
The following is the Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 10 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations will occur when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner.
So how are we going to do that, you might ask? You want to talk about an innovative idea?
Introducing the participants. First, representing the Infiltrators. From Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 228 pounds, the Beast.
You can see a brand new look from the Beast making his way down to the ring right now. And look, he's got the SSU. He's got the Solo Season Universe logo on. You can be neutral, and you can be fighting for one side or the other. It's all good. But again, I'm going to wait until both guys are in the ring, and then we're going to explain how we are going to determine whose contracts are on the line, who is going to be fighting for their contract in the middle of the ring. What's going on, Brian? Welcome to the show, brother. Yeah, that's no joke.
The individual who drew number
Solo
2
McMahon
from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, weighing in at 235 pounds, Jay.
So again, all these guys absolutely random how they're coming down. But let's say JW Caliber, who appears on both shows, has a contract with the SSU, has a contract with TCW. The Beast has a contract with the SSU, has a contract with TCW. Now, let's say the Beast represented a wrestler fighting on the side of the SSU in this Royal Rumble. Let's say JW Caliber also represented the SSU. Now you got two SSU wrestlers fighting inside the ring. See, the point isn't necessarily to win the Rumble. There will be something for that as well. Don't get me wrong. But the point is who you eliminate / who you get eliminated by. Bravo, obviously, a wrestler for TCW. So now you got, let's say you got, and I'm not saying we do, I'm just saying, let's say it. You got two SSU wrestlers in the ring. You got a TCW wrestler in the ring. If the Beast were to eliminate Bravo, an SSU wrestler eliminated a TCW wrestler, that TCW wrestler's contract would be on the line for the SSU. Let's say an SSU wrestler eliminated an SSU wrestler. Well, that SSU wrestler is now safe. He got eliminated by another SSU guy, so his contract not on the line. You got Ed Cardozo down here, obviously. TCW wrestlers. So now we've got 2 TCW wrestlers. Let's say we got 2 SSU wrestlers. So if your brand eliminates one of your own, that wrestler is safe. Their contract cannot be on the line. If a TCW guy eliminates an SSU guy, well, now that wrestler's contract is not lost, but now it is on the line. And that match will happen in the next pay-per-view event to see whose contracts are actually won and whose contracts are actually lost. There'll be more to it than that, but that'll at least let us know whose contracts are on the line and whose contracts aren't. Oh, look at this. Jahki didn't even know Jahki was in this match. Jahki has a huge match later tonight fighting Vipero. Jahki, the current Outbreak World Champion. And Jahki does represent the SSU. So you look, JP, representative of the SSU. Jahki, a representative of the SSU, hold 2 of the biggest titles, a United States Championship and an Outbreak World title. So Zach Hamilton making his way down to the ring. JP making his way down to the ring. So this match isn't to determine that. That'll happen on a pay-per-view, but we'll talk through it so that at the end we can see what we're talking about. And right now we've got 2 people left to come in, but again, you can only have 8 people. Oh, what would it be? That's interesting. Because we've seen some dual eliminations where, let's say, like Jahki and the Beast were both trying to get a wrestler out. But what if it was a TCW wrestler and an SSU wrestler trying to get out one or the other? You know what I mean? That would be a half split. That would be something else. So lots of interesting things can happen in a match like this. So Brady eliminates Ed Cardozo. Ed Cardozo, right there, technically his contract then would be safe. TCW eliminated TCW, you know what I mean? So at that point, because the elimination happened, it's almost like Conqueror. You know what I mean? It's like King of the Hill. There'll be a special prize for who wins it at the end. Like who wins what at the end. Like there will be a special incentive. However, contracts being determined like absolutely crazy. Oh! Bravo had a chance to eliminate somebody and chose not to even try. So will that strategy pay off? Oh, damn. rowdy in this match as well. Can you imagine losing one of the horsemen in a contract dispute like that? You are in the ring, Beast. You're the guy in the black shorts.
A competitor has been eliminated.
JW eliminates Zach Hamilton, so then technically Zach Hamilton's contract would be on the line.
A competitor has been eliminated.
Jahki eliminates JP, so JP's contract would be safe. See what I'm saying? It would be a very interesting Rumble. Every elimination matters. Who's doing the eliminating matters. You know what I mean? Which brand is doing the elimination would matter. The final guy making his way down to the ring right now. What in the goodness is that? Blaze McCoy, another guy who shouldn't even be in this match, to be fair. He has got a big match coming up, so Jahki might be, if I was Jahki, I would have eliminated myself, you know what I mean? I would have been like, nope, I got a big match. I don't care about this Rumble match, but Jahki, being the competitor that he is, stays in. The winner of this, nothing happens. This is just a match. But I'm just saying, when we do the pay-per-view, it'll be a 30-man Rumble based on what I'm saying. Who's been eliminated? I didn't see who eliminated Jahki. Who eliminated Jahki? So, see, that would make you kind of wonder, like...
A competitor has been eliminated. A competitor has been eliminated. A competitor has been eliminated.
Good God, that happened so fast, I can't even tell you what happened. But see, that would make you wonder, like, would you go after, like, if you were representing the SSU, would you go after other SSU wrestlers to keep them safe? Would you go after other TCW wrestlers to try to strengthen your program? What would you do? Hey, the Beast has been on another level, though, so... Like, making it that long and starting from the first spot, pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to, because, like, the eliminations happen so fast. I missed who eliminated Jahki. I missed who eliminated the Beast. So yeah, after the show's over, I have to go back so I can record all of it. Oh, damn. Remember, Blaze at one time was a 10-man Rumble champion when we still had that belt. And then there were two. You want to talk about a machine, though. You look at the two top champions in this brand. Blaze, the Intercontinental Champion, Jahki, the Outbreak Champion, and both guys leading by example, getting in this 10-man Rumble, saying, look, we know we got other matches here tonight, but it's important. So these two champions are obviously fighting champions. Whoa! Rowdy on quite the reversal. Blades jumping off that top rope, and then look, two big guys getting after it right here. And Rowdy coming away with the victory.
Here is your winner, the final champ, Rowdy Hunt.
And, you know, when we look at all this stuff, Rowdy and JP have really been going after it. Rowdy not having the kind of season he's probably wanted to have, but really needing the win here tonight, getting a big win. Even though nothing on the line in this match, really getting a big win, trying to slow down what was going on and regain momentum, getting back into the swing of things. Well, look, and speaking of the match, we just got done talking about it. Final three matches of the evening coming up. Blaze walks to the back, has to get right back in the gorilla, grab his title belt.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
But look, a little bit of a mixed bag right there. Blaze kind of got warmed up. He's been in the ring. So being a bigger guy could make him a little bit more tired, but one half of the current Intercontinental Tag Team Champions and member of the Wolfpack. That's another one. You look at Jahki. Jahki has got his faction of the Wolfpack in the SSU, and Jahki has his faction of the Wolfpack in TCW. Now that he's representing the SSU, what happens to the Wolfpack? Maybe are those the contracts that he's really wanting to go after? Maybe Jay Savage and the Solo Season Universe don't even know, but maybe that's what Jahki's wanting to do. Unify the Wolfpack. That is very interesting. And now the Intercontinental Champion making his way down to the ring right now. That IC belt around his waist again. Was just in the ring. One of the last two men standing in a 10-man Rumble match immediately comes back out to defend that Intercontinental title belt against one half of the Intercontinental Tag Team Champions. Like, what is the Wolfpack trying to do? Right now, the leader, Jahki, has the Outbreak Championship, and then he sends Angel out to try to win the Intercontinental Championship. Wolfpack in the TCW, another force, kind of like the Walker sisters are doing right now, but a force to be reckoned with.
Introducing the challenger from Babylon, weighing in at 239 pounds, one half of the Intercontinental Tag Team Champions, Angel. And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 297 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion,
So Blaze, whose ancestors 100 years from now might go on to do some big things. Might go on to do something 100 years in the future. Right now, though, Blaze putting the belt on the line after fighting a match, a 10-man Rumble match. Will he have the stamina to do it, or will that match kind of been the warm-up that he needed to stay on top of the Wolfpack? Obviously, Blaze, one of the larger wrestlers in the TCW, showing the absolute power and strength right now against Angel. And look at this, Angel dip, dodge, dive, juking and dodging. Blaze not having it though, says, hey, let me do a little jukey move on you. Give you a little jukey fruit. Put a jukey on him, and then next thing you know, swinging the right hand, landing a lot of right hands right now and driving the head into the mat. So it looks like maybe that match before, Blaze a little more reserved in that match, using it as a warm-up match, and now Angel looks like he's starting to pay for it. What is going on, Blaze? Welcome to the show. It's this one for Solo. Maybe it's not his whole thing. Yeah, that's what it is. So there is Blaze McCoy's link down in the chat and the SSU's link down in the chat. Go check those two guys out. Drop them a subscribe. Enjoy the show. Very different shows. Like all three of our shows, very different shows. That's why I see a lot of value in being subscribed to all of them. Angel's starting to make his comeback. Again, Blaze already warmed up for this match. Angel not quite warmed up, but starting to get heated up right now. Can the Wolfpack bring back and really hold all Intercontinental title belts? Hold the actual singles belt and the tag team belts in the Wolfpack. And look, it's going to take everything Angel's got. Now, Angel, a former world champion, so absolutely no slouch in the ring, but still giving up a lot of size to Blaze. And Blaze starting to really make his presence felt here on the Outbreak brand. Could be moving towards a world title shot. And look at that, because he's in the Wolfpack, has that cutter maneuver. And that cutter maneuver kind of the great equalizer in this match. Picks him up, round and round he goes. Pile driver, hooks a leg. 1, 2. And Blaze still able to kick out in 2. But look, and I would, as Frankie Two Fingers, I'd be grabbing my head right now too. That is unbelievable. A lot of damage in a very short amount of time. But now Blaze getting up and Blaze saying, okay, well, I saw what you did here. Let me go ahead and start doing some of my own. Let me go ahead and start making some other things happen. Whips Angel into the corner, picks him up. Huge spine buster right there. That would have been the end of my night. But not the end of Angel's night. Oh, Rot Roast SpaghettiOs. He has the arm hooked in, but Angel somehow, twisted that shoulder. Like, he got out of that move, but again, we say it, at what cost did he get out of that move? Like, that looked like a lot of torque on the shoulder. Oh! Little ipso facto presto changeo. Little game of ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies, except he went high instead of going round and round. What goes around comes around, you know what I mean? Oh, that was a shin upside the head right there. And Angel trying to go for it again. Slides down and again gets shin number 2 upside the head. Blaze says, okay. You want to be fancy? Blaze is not the fancy sort. He's just going straight power. Said you can be as fancy as you want, but here's some power moves for you. And that taking out the jaw of Angel, now going up top. What is about to happen here? Whatever it is a super clothesline. That is 2 mega clotheslines Angel just took. And Rot-Row Shaggy, this could be the end of it right there. 1, 2, 3, and Blaze will retain the Intercontinental Championship belt.
Here is your winner, and still Intercontinental Champion, Blaze McKay.
What is going on, Jamar? Welcome to the show, brother. Absolutely crazy. Blaze came out in a 10-man Rumble match and then immediately came out. Now, Jahki's got another match, but he's got a couple matches in between to kind of get his bearings back about him. Blaze comes out in that 10-man Rumble match, then immediately comes out and defends the title belt. And look, there was a time where I'm like, oh man, there's no way he's getting back up. Angel's really starting to get things going. Blaze able to stop the momentum there, turn that around, and then get that Intercontinental title win. Now, I've done a million things, and I'm really thinking about bringing mixed gender tag matches in and having mixed gender tag team title belts. Now, the game doesn't want you to do it, so I've got to figure out another way, but I think we're going to find a way to do it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, Jay Wagner and Allison Wagner.
But see, that is a realistic move off the top rope. Like that move off the top rope, you're looking at Blaze, one of the largest guys in our organization. If he were to go to the top rope, it's not going to be some flippity-doo-dah top of the noggin to you. You know what I mean? Doing that move there, where maybe it's a one-footed kick, maybe it's a double axe handle, maybe it's that power clothesline, all of that very believable for a big guy, and that is what it is all about. That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of like when Sid Vicious broke all that weight coming down in the ring, and then he breaks his shin. Like that was.
And their opponents, Wade Walters and Nikita Walters, the War Raiders.
Nikita Walters, too, getting a makeover. Also, there's a point where I wasn't sure Nikita was going to be on the roster much longer. But giving her kind of a makeover, she always does very well in the ring. And so that was always my holdup with her. But just there was something off about her look. I didn't like it. It didn't look right. And now I think we've got it down. I think we've got it a lot better. And I think it had to really do with her hair. So, but this would be a scary match right here. Like, you go up against Nikita and either one of her brothers, whether it be Brutus or whether it be Wade War Walters. Like, I would not in a mixed match want to face off against those two. Would not want to do it. But right now, looks like the guys are going to be starting it off. And if I was going to face off against the Walters, the thing that I would want to do is isolate Nikita if I could. And let the women duke it out so that I didn't have to get in and face Brutus or Wade War Walters. But right now, Jace looking like he's got a very good strategy against Wade, really trying to break him down, break through like the initial part of it. And look, if you can get these big guys like this, control the match, you can win the match pretty quickly against a big guy. They don't have the stamina to go the distance, but you let them get a hold of you, you don't have the resistance to the power they have to win a match. So if you can stay and control the match, not let them get in control, use your speed, do some smart moves. You see right now, Jace very wisely doing moves that are going to work. You're like, why is he attacking the legs? Why is he doing that? Well, he got him on the ground, and now taking it up top. Oh, that is devastating, but look, it just pissed Wade off. That's all that did. And now Wade getting back in charge, getting back in control. Says now that he's in control, he wants to go back in the ring. Jace is like, hey, maybe I can beat you right here. Maybe we can get the count out or something. And look, you can see, is that what he's going for? He looks around the ring. He's asking, are you not amused? I haven't seen Wade move that fast in a while, but Wade gets back in it. How do you even kick out of that? That's 397 pounds of fun right there. Having you rolled up on your back, putting in the old hucklebuck. Like, how do you even fight through that? Oh, what a sneaky move right there. Did you see that? He slams Jace on the ground. Jace says, let me get up on out of here. Wade turns around to kind of play it up to the crowd. Maybe even talk a little strategy with Nikita over there. And Jace right back in the ring. How did he even pick him up? That is the second time, but like that time he walked with him. I don't know if he was trying to prove a point like, hey, I can do whatever. And you gotta wonder, like, why aren't they tagging in and out? But right now, it probably behooves Jace to keep Wade War Walters in this ring right now. Right now, Jace is on top and winning, so it's probably a smarter decision to keep Wade in, at least for the moment. That could change at any time. But eventually you see that Chase absolutely getting tired, absolutely getting winded right there, but that's moving a lot of weight in the ring. So now Allison and Nikita make their way into it. They're getting a chance right now to fight it out. And the referee 100% getting in the way. Allison wanted to take it off the ropes, but the referee stays in the way, does not allow Allison to get to the ropes, but Allison turns it around anyway. And oh, now look. Here's something. The ladies in this match can put their hands on the men, but if the men turn that around, instant disqualification for the team. Not saying I agree with it, but I am saying that is the rule. And there it is, right there, disqualification. Which, they should change the logic of this match to where they won't attack the other ones. You know what I mean? Because if you do a reversal, you're automatically disqualified. So that means you would have to sit there and take the beating. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. But it is the rule. So we haven't seen a lot of mixed tag team action in We haven't seen a lot of mixed tag team action in our universe, but we might start seeing a little bit more, and there might be belts associated with it coming up. Now, we've done all this to get to this point. There were times Vipero Jr. had earned a world title shot, but because of how things lined up, because of the storylines, never got it. Tonight, though, getting a shot at the TCW Outbreak Championship against the leader of the Wolfpack and SSU member, the current Outbreak World Champion, Jahki.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Now here's the crazy thing. You see the Witcher kind of a mixed look from the SSU look, but also now starting to return to her TCW roots. Starting to return to that look. I don't think she's out here necessarily to back Vipero. I think she's out here backing the TCW challenger to the SSU wrestler holding the Outbreak World title. Now, yeah, it so happens to be Jahki. There's a lot of history there. Again, you can go back and forth and look, but kind of has that Rose of the SSU look and the Witcher look starting to combine. You've heard her here tonight say she wants to stay in the TCW, but that does not stop the SSU from trying to go after her contract. What will happen as we move forward? What will happen with other people's contracts? And can Vipero here tonight bring back home the Outbreak World title? Brand new designed Outbreak World title. If you go back and you look, this is the first time it has looked like this. So new logo on the belt created by AI. Through about 4 hours of stuff and then taking it through another editor. TCW Thursday Night Outbreak logo. Very cool looking. But Jahki, the current champ and leader of the Wolfpack, making his way down to the ring. Blaze McCoy stopping the Wolfpack's bid to bring home not just the singles, but the tag team, Intercontinental Tag Team titles. The Wolfpack currently holding the tag team titles, but Blaze stopping the bid of Angel to bring home the singles title. Can Jahki tonight defend the Outbreak World Championship? Or will Vipero win his very first TCW World Championship?
Introducing the challenger from Santa Fe, New Mexico, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Universal World Television Champion and the Pro Wrestling Extreme Fighting Champion, the Snake, Vipero. And his opponent, from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 248 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion,
TCW Outbreak World Championship belt on the line in the main event. Here tonight, Vipero Jr. vying for his very first World Championship. Can Jahki stop that from happening and get the title defense here tonight? Witcher escorting down Vipero, sitting in his corner, starting to return to the Witcher of old. The Witcher that we knew. But will that continue? Now, the interesting thing, too, between these two guys, no love lost here, obviously. They have fought in the SSU. They have fought in the TCW. Both guys very acutely aware of the other one's movesets. But right now, trying to show which one of them is more technically sound than the other. Going back and forth. Vipero finally breaks that up, goes for the pin. And with a lot of authority, Jahki kicks out. But this is the crazy thing about these movesets. These are the crazy thing about both of them. Both of them have some very, like, out of nowhere type moves where you're like, you think it's going to be going one way, you think it's going a certain way, and then all of a sudden, it's not. Like right there, Vipero goes to hit Jahki. Jahki goes with a little sneaky pin maneuver. Vipero whips him over. Jahki brings it back over. No counts anywhere, but just establishes who is kind of in control. Right there, a big power slam by Jahki. Another big slam on the Vipero. And Jahki really getting after the back. But look, at the end of the day, it's Jahki's cutter that you got to watch out for. It's his cutter that he will try to end this match with. And that's what you got to look out for now, really going to work on the neck and head area of Vipero, which again makes you susceptible to that cutter. And Vipero's not just some, speed wrestler, like tries to do all of his moves quickly, does this, does that, does the other thing. Vipero has got some moves and he's got some power too as well, but there's a rhythm, just like a viper, just like a snake. There is a rhythm to his wrestling style. You really, to get the win, to beat Vipero, you got to break that up. But there it is, snake bite on the wolf, the head wolf. 1, 2, 3. And Vipero just came away winning his very first.
Here is your winner and new World Heavyweight Champion, the Snake Vipero.
Again, at the end of the day, it is a long time coming. You look at the runs he had as a United States champion. But then Matt Storm basically jumps Vipero in the pecking order by winning that briefcase. Matt Storm known in multiple universes for winning the briefcase. But Matt Storm wins that briefcase, jumps Vipero. Vipero starts training with somebody. They change up his moveset, and Vipero takes a nosedive. We get back on track. Vipero gets rid of that. We get the moveset back on track, and he starts climbing back up again with Zach Hamilton in the tag team division. Starts climbing the ladder, then he's winning stuff like the Outbreak title. He is the current Universal Television Champion. So right now, current Universal Television Champion, current TCW World Champion, and current TCW Special Series Outbreak Champion, which is the hardest title to win, to be fair. And ends up now as the world champion. So look, it has been a long road for Vipero. Congratulations going out to him. Don't think that's the last time we're going to see Jahki. And Jahki really a two-time world champion. And Jahki is going to keep going for it. Can Jahki make it a third time? So never know how that's going to go. Very crazy. Witcher, I would not worry about your look too much. Relax about the look. Relax. This is an ever-changing, fluid thing based on stuff we talk about. So, don't worry too much about the look. You're gonna definitely see it. You're gonna see it here in a little bit, but don't worry about the look too much. I've always taken care of you. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Unbelievable win right there by Vipero. And this is one of those things that has got to make you wonder a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the sound. It's jacking me up. But this is one of those things where you saw Jahki out in a 10-man Rumble match. Could that have played a role here tonight? Very well could have, by every stretch of the imagination. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Definitely something that we're going to keep looking at. Could Jahki come back and win that title back? Don't know. It kind of depends what side is he on. We know what side he's on, but you know what I mean. But let's look at one other thing before we get out of here. I do like Witcher's outfit though. A little bit of change to the outfit going on. A little bit of the same, but a change. Let's look at the news here real quick. One. And Drew Hawthorne, this is the funny thing. Drew has been wrestling. He's finally, and this should be scary. This should scare you guys. He is finally cleared to compete once again. He has been injured the last 4, 5 episodes, and he has defended the world title twice while injured. Most people that are injured lose the title when they try to defend it. That's why people challenge them. So, absolutely crazy there. But guys, that is going to do it for us here. Remember, you can always hang around and check out a few things. There's always a little bonus footage after every episode. But that is going to do it from us here at the Toastman Goats Wrestling Network. Want to send a shout out to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are out there being leaders in your community, being the pillars of your community. You know, I listen to some people like, you guys got to get past the left or the right or the ups or the downs or however you want to divide yourselves in your boxes. Good ideas are still good ideas. Start listening to the ideas. Stop listening to who's saying them, because I've heard some of the dumbest things on, like, and so have you guys. I don't even know if you guys realize, but some of the dumbest defenses of why we should or should not do something, because the only argument is who said it. Not that it was a good idea, not that it wasn't a valid point, not that it wasn't this. So that's what I mean. Go out there, be a leader in your community. Let the good ideas through. Both sides have them. Both sides have some bad ideas too, but come on. There's a lot more good ideas coming out right now than I've seen in a long, long time. So keep that in mind. Be the leaders. Don't let people affect you because, you know, they were mean, so you were mean type of thing. Get out there. Be yourself. And be kind. But that's going to do it from us here. To all of you out there, really appreciate everything you guys done. You guys hit the goal. Witcher actually hit the goal. Witcher nailed the goal for us today. So there will be another episode coming out sooner rather than later. We will figure out how to do that hopefully by the weekend time frame. And we will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.